Can you provide a definition for a chair which includes all chairs but doesn't include anything which isn't a chair? That's what a definition is, after all. It concisely and explicitly describes something, a concept, a thing, but it doesn't describe other things. It just describes that. So, can you describe a chair?
Okay, Vaush, I think I can provide a definition that satisfies that criteria. Let's see. A chair is an object that has been crafted for the purpose of sitting on, typically with back support. I have to add the back support part because when I was doing the logic in my head, I had to come up with a difference between a chair and a stool, and the only difference is the back support. And you can Google image that and you will see that I'm correct. But there you go. There's a definition of chair that describes only chairs and nothing that's not a chair, and I will 1000% debate you on that because I am correct. I'm gonna spare you the really long, drawn out philosophical discussion of definitions and stuff. I think it would be much more effective if I just made fun of this concept. Sometimes when you just rip on something that's stupid, you expose how stupid it is.
Wait, hold on. You need to define chair completely. I'm not satisfied by a definition of a chair.
Why do I need to?
Because otherwise it's not a proper definition. A separate seat for one person, typically with a back and 4 legs, is a saddle a seat? Is a horse unsaddled a seat? It doesn't say anything about this being a non-biological seat.
Wow, it is really embarrassing that Vaush is engaging in this level of semantic obfuscation. No, a horse is not a chair. A horse has not been crafted for the purpose of sitting on, sir. Is a saddle a chair? Oh, you're getting kind of tricky on me now. No, a saddle is not a chair because you don't need a saddle to sit on a horse. The purpose of a saddle is to provide balance and to protect your nutsack, okay? The stupidity of Vaush's logic here is that what he's essentially saying is anything that you can sit on can be defined as a chair. So he's saying that the moment your ass touches a thing and rests on it, that thing is now a chair in Vaush's mind. Because Vaush is a very high IQ individual. The reason that Vaush employs this argument is because he's trying to establish that definitions are arbitrary and the meanings that we give to words don't always entirely describe the thing. Sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes we don't fully understand something. And that reality to Vaush means that we can just change any definition we want into anything? Really? The purpose of this argument is not even to establish anything. He's just trying to obfuscate and give himself a chance to outwit you. Basically, when he employs this argument, he's saying, I am better at muddying the water than you are at clearing the water, which is naturally true when you think about it. It's easier to create disorder than it is to create order. So it's a leftist obfuscation tactic.
This doesn't describe all chairs.
So?
Clearly there is a truth to chairs that is not being encompassed by the language we're being shown here. This is an incomplete definition.
You're just trying to argue around the point now.
This isn't a goalpost moving. It's possible to define things in ways that are explicit and coherent and also completely comprehensive. But I really want to know what a chair is.
Well, once again, as I have stated before, a chair is an object that has been crafted for the purpose of sitting on. And I would be so happy to debate you on this because you would not get away with this shit against me, sir. Oh yeah, back support. I forgot about back support. Always remember, folks, if it don't have back support, it's not a chair. The thing that Vaush is failing to consider here is that we don't actually need words to have concepts. We need words to communicate concepts, okay? There's a difference. In the caveman days, in the state of nature, before we had language, we still knew what the fuck a lion was, or whatever fucking predator would kill us. We still knew what that thing was without having a word for it. And it didn't matter if our definition didn't fully describe it, because we still conceive of the thing in our minds. God, this is stupid. This is so dumb. Why do I have to say this? we create words to serve as symbols to represent the things that we conceive in our mind. So the word itself is a social construct, but the conception is not. The conception exists in the mind, and by creating words, we can share concepts. That's how this shit works. That's how it works, Vaush. So, just because our definitions are not always 100% correct does not mean that our conceptions are wrong, okay? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? As long as our conceptions correspond to something that exists in the objective world, then they can be called true. For example, a lion exists in the objective world, so lions are real. But a unicorn does not exist in the objective world, so unicorns are not real. So the question, does gender exist in the objective world? That's a discussion for another video, but for now, I'm gonna just leave you with the ultimate reason that the chair analogy doesn't work. And it's because you can't do this with any other object. This analogy only works literally because you can put your ass on basically anything if you try hard enough. Vaush's logic is that if you can sit on it, it's a chair, okay? And that's really fucking stupid. You can't do this with anything else. You can't do it with random household objects. You can't do it with a phone. You can't do it with an Xbox controller. You can't do it with a fucking light bulb. You can't. It doesn't work. It only works with chairs because you can sit on anything if you try hard enough. And that's why the chair analogy is stupid. Hey, if you enjoyed that video and you want to see more breakdowns of stupid leftist logic, then you know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. There's a lot of internet leftists who think they know everything, and I kind of just want them to shut the fuck up, and I feel like I'm not the only one, so whenever I hear something really stupid, I might just make a video about it. So leftists, watch what you saying out in these streets. Until next time.